We all feel it in our spirit. The world is changing, and the space for living our faith in truth is narrowing. In the West, we aren't necessarily facing the lions in an arena, at least not yet. Instead, we are witnessing the rise of a soft persecution, a subtle but highly effective effort to push us towards social ostracism and the control of our conscience through a digital Big Brother. The landscape for the 21st century Christian is beginning to look more and more like the early centuries of our era, and that means we can no longer afford to be naive. That is why I have written the Christian Survival Handbook, Faith, Logistics, and Strategic Preparedness for the End Times. It is a comprehensive manual designed for this specific moment in history, and it is available right now on Amazon to help you and your family navigate the challenges ahead. I often hear fellow believers ask where trust in divine providence fits if we are worrying about our digital footprint, our supplies, or our physical security. But preparation is actually an exercise in Christian common sense. It is a direct response to the virtue of prudence. Think of it this way. We carry an umbrella when the sky threatens a storm, and doing so doesn't mean we doubt God's protection. The umbrella helps us walk through the downpour, even if it isn't the final destination of our journey. Look at the example of Saint Joseph, the guardian of the Holy Family and the true patron of this approach. When the angel warned him of Herod's soldiers, Joseph didn't sit still and wait for a miracle. He rose in the middle of the night, took the child and his mother, and fled. He chose specific routes and managed his provisions until the danger passed. He protected what was most sacred through decisive action and absolute discretion. This is exactly what I teach in the handbook, the balance between grace and technique. For the Christian, prepping is radically different from the secular version of survival at any cost. For us, survival is an act of stewardship. We survive to fight against evil, to bear witness, and to keep the flame of faith burning for the next generation. We survive to protect the remnant that will remain when the storm finally passes. The journey we take starts with the inner sanctuary, building a spiritual fortress before we even touch a piece of gear. We then move into the exodus, learning the logistics of mobility and the critical moment when you must choose between staying put and seeking refuge. We explore the catacombs, which is a manual for life in the shadows, how to be invisible like the gray man, how to communicate without a digital trail, and how to maintain a sacramental life when your parish may no longer be available. Finally, we face the great tribulation itself, not with terror, but with the hope of the era of peace that follows the purification. Brothers and sisters, please remember that fear is the language of the persecutor, but peace is the language of the persecuted who knows they are in the hands of the Father. Fear paralyzes judgment, but prudence mobilizes it. My hope is that the Christian Survival Handbook serves to strengthen your relationship with the Lord and encourages you to seek Him with renewed fervor. In the end, our only true security is having Him as our companion on the road, because ultimate survival isn't about saving this mortal body. It's about attaining eternal life. May this guide find you watching, prepared, and with your lamps lit.